Hey everybody, welcome back to some more RimWorld. This time we are doing Alpha 13. This is a big one. It was 6 months in the making because he took kind of a partial vacation, partial working on the biggest update the game has had. I'm not going to be able to remember every single update that has happened, like every new thing in it, immediately. I'll have a time code on screen for when we actually start playing, for when you're watching on YouTube. But if you want to know the updates, from what I can immediately remember, research has been completely revamped and is way better and has way more things in it and has, like, progression to it. You can't just immediately research the best thing. You can craft guns now, like proper guns. However, it does require a lot of research to be able to do that stuff. There are all new events and animals, like insects infesting caves that you own, and they're very, very dangerous. Ignore the cat. And people have social relations now, so people can have family members show up, people could be married, people could get divorces, all kinds of things like that. Those are kind of the big things. I'm sure there's at least one huge thing I'm forgetting immediately, but I'm sure we'll run into it as we play. We have Dylan with us today as chat liaison. He's also going to be taking care of the giveaway thing, which is, of course, where you guys can all just click yes in the chat to, do you want a colonist named after you? And it will randomly pick out names whenever we get a colonist, so colonist will be named after you. Let's create a new colony challenge, which is just regular difficulty, as it says on the tooltip there. Yeah, select our world here. And I don't think... do we have any kind of world that we really want to be in, chat? Do we have a preference? Because we can go in, like, boreal forest, tundra, ice sheet, which is suicide. We could be in a jungle, temperate forest. There's desert and extreme desert, Arab shrubland. I think that's it. Do we have any preferences in the chat? Hot,
We're getting
cold,
requests for a desert map.
desert, jungle...
Or the world of John Doe.
Desert, jungle, ice. We're not doing ice sheet, because we just die immediately and that's no fun.
No, that sounds so fun!
It's pretty impossible. You can do it, but it's almost impossible. Because you can't farm until you have hydroponics, and because hydroponics take longer to get now, you're basically dead. Mountain temperate, extreme desert, anything snowy, ice sheet. Most people are saying ice sheet, despite me saying no, so let's go boreal forest, which is the next best thing.
That sounds like it's gonna be a hell of a fun.
Boreal forests can be pretty fun. Okay, so I've picked a random boreal forest part. Terrain, large hills, sandstone, granite, limestone. During period 11th of spring until 1st of fall, because there are now only 4 months, which is just the seasons, and there are half as many days in a season. However, the days are twice as long, so you get more done in a day revolving around their sleep schedule and everything. Personally, I think it's a good change. Less day-night cycles. But the same game time relative to playtime. Also, Millie really wants to be the center of attention right now. So let's just pick this spot. Seems fine. Okay, Dylan, I need you to give me 3 names. So hit, like, stop and pick winners, and then you just need to click, like, pick winner 3 times. Sometimes it takes a second to register.
Makes sense.
Alright, and while you do that, I'm going to randomize a few people. I don't want to, like, hyper manage who's any good. Oh, well, this person is a teenager, female colonist, age 16, and in adulthood was a sex slave. That's depressing.
Well then.
Yeah. Was a vat-grown slave girl who became a sex slave and is currently 16 years old. That's dark. Night owl and greedy. Incapable of intellectual and violence, so she can't fight and she can't research. She's good with animals, talking, and cooking. That's depressing.
Good lord.
Let's just randomize until we have a not old person. There we go, we have another 16-year-old.
Perfect.
Wow, he's got a big passion for medicine, but he fucking sucks at it. I can't see that going wrong. I'm gonna randomize a few times until we get someone who's not incapable of dumb labor, because that's really crippling to have early on people who can't do manual labor. All right, this person's just fine. Medieval lording and blacksmith. Can't research, but he is great at crafting. Good with animals, social, melee. All right, yeah, that can work.
Sounds pretty solid.
Sickly child became a VR designer, aren't we all? Artistic, growing, can't do dumb labor. God damn it. No, I'm not gonna have anyone who can't do dumb labor. It's murder if you can't do dumb labor.
This game really hates you.
Okay, let's just, he's got bite scars, which kind of sucks, but he's great in combat. In fact, he was a bodyguard. Okay. He's gay and a green thumb, 62 years old. You know what? We'll keep that one. And then, do we keep the slave girl? I think we've got to keep the slave girl entirely because we need her redemption story, right? She was a vat-grown slave, became a sex slave underage, and we need her redemption story. She's a great cook. She's great with animals. She can be the Beastmaster. She'll recruit people to join us, and she'll have an army of grizzly bears that she'll release upon people instead of fighting herself. That's perfect.
Chat is campaigning to keep the sex slave.
All right, we're keeping the sex slave. All right, what are our first 3 names from the chat?
We have Dr. K Enigma.
So Doctor, hold on, let me see if I can see his name in the chat there. Ah, I do see him. I did some different capitalization just to make it easier to read. All right, what's their second one?
Vile Carp.
Vile Carp. Yes. Okay, that's an interesting one.
Capitalization on these is not helpful.
So is that all one word? Or
it is indeed.
Or I think they all are in Hitbox. I can't remember if you can have spaces in your name. And who's the sex slave?
Oh boy, the chat is gonna love this. It's Unhandy.
God damn it. All right, so the hand puns will continue. So after Bobium LP's history of having his hand shot off and botching surgeries and killing people, he went on in another lifetime Hinduism style to become a teenage sex slave. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, sweet. So that's how things turned out. So for people tuning back into the time code to right before we start, we've got Dark K Enigma, who is a bodyguard, great at combat, although very old. He's a gay green thumb, bite scars on his arm and leg, but incredible in a fight. We have Vile Carp the blacksmith. Can't do research, but he's good at crafting, has a passion for taking care of animals, he can do some melee fighting, and he's an optimist and a fast walker, which are good traits. Optimist means you have a better mood at all times, which is very good, and fast walker means you move faster, which means you're already good at basically everything. Having global work speed and walk speed up really helps. And then we have Unhandy, who is a vat-grown slave girl who became a sex slave and is 16 years old, which is really dark. She's a greedy night owl, she can't fight, and she can't research, but she's great with animals, talking, and cooking. So we need her redemption story of becoming a Beastmaster. So we've got a weird ragtag crew. None of them have relationships with each other, so none of them are related or anything. They have presumably just met. So let's see how this goes. The H isn't capitalized. Well, thank you for letting me know. Here we go. All right, let's do this. Never found Beastmaster pretty good. I've made Beastmasters pretty good before. Once you get like grizzly bears, which are new to this patch, if you have a horde of grizzly bears and elephants and you sick those on people, yeah, your Beastmaster is all of a sudden very good. Okay, so again, we're in a boreal forest in large hills. Wow, this is a really cool looking area. Okay, we gotta figure out exactly where we want to be. First things first, melee. Okay, yeah, you're our best shooter. So you get the rifle. Oh, right. And she might as well not equip any weapon, then you're melee. Yeah. So we're just gonna have to haul the pistol. Okay. Just letting them know that they can haul all of the building supplies in their general starting area. There's a lot of water here and marsh. You can't build over the water, which means I don't think I want to be right there. Oh, and there's a lot of water around here. This is going to be awkward in how we build things. Okay, well, there's a tomb here, some kind of mechanoid tomb thing. It could just be stasis pods, could also have mechanoids that will annihilate us this early on. There's some muffalo for our food supply early on. Huh. Alright, let's plan this out. Let me know if the chat gives any advice, if they're thinking of any particular area, because I'm thinking of honestly just boxing off kind of this starting location a little bit, but it's difficult with all this marsh. This is also not a bad idea to try and box off. This one might be the way to go. And then we tunnel through here. Ooh, there's something in there. We tunnel through here and can kind of get access to this area as well. I think that's what I want to do. So if we do something like this...
The chat is advising that you do not die.
That's good advice. Fuck you. Okay, that... And... Huh. Alright, so this would be our access to the rest of the world. So let's do something like that. All right. We have our plans of our general area where we want to be. Our first home. Let's get something nice and basic like that. And that will probably be a barracks early on and be converted to something else later. So we can safely set all of that up for chopping. That's where we'll get some of our wood. We'll have a stockpile in there. And a dumping stockpile over there. All right. We have the extreme basics set up there. Now we need to set up their priorities. Firefight high, patient's vital stuff, right? Yeah. If it's life-threatening, then high. If it's bed rest, then low. Our best doctor sucks at doctoring. God damn it. But we need a doctor, so there's not much of a choice there. Right, animal handler. Cook, right, the sex slave. We have no one who's particularly good at construction. But one guy has a minor passion for it, so I'll get him to do it. The blacksmith. Yeah. We don't have the best skill set here. Oh God, we're missing so many skills we need. This is dire. Okay, hold on. What's everyone's priorities at here? Who has the least things that they have to walk around and constantly do? You can hunt. Oh, definitely the bodyguard, okay? The bodyguard is going to be hauling whenever he doesn't have hunting to do. Hauling and cleaning. Okay, we've unpaused. Started moving. Let's save right off the bat, just in case. If the save menu wants to pop up. There we go. Stream. And
Chat would like to push the MDB quote for 2016, fuck the sex slave.
Is that what I said? Did I say that?
Apparently so.
I probably meant it as an, oh fuck, the sex slave. All right, we got a bunch of our food moved over here early. We can start setting up the walls. Have some doors. Okay, good. They're already getting that. They're already getting that. I'm so fucking smart. Already getting that set up. Thanks for following, Dante. Dante. I've seen you follow multiple times. God damn it. People just really like merging every single show meme in with "move that dick." Which, if you're wondering the context to "move that dick," there wasn't ever any fucking context. Like, people just started saying it in one of Brandon's streams, and it was really funny.
Man,
it was a weird
I've been
stream.
So curious. I've not gotten around to watching the VOD for that stream yet.
Oh man, it's a good one. Brandon's streams are quite good.
So I've heard.
Yeah. Alright, so we're moving stuff. We can get a growing zone set up already. That. Let's do the regular opening of one potato, one heel root, because they renamed it, but it's the same plant, and one cotton field. Okay, we have our 3 beds. All of them are bad quality, because we don't have anyone good at construction. But fuck it, at least we have beds to sleep in. Oh man, it'd be nice if they wanted to actually chop down the goddamn trees in the way. There. So that we can close off the room to sleep in. There we go. Now they're doing it. There, now they have a roof over their heads for when they sleep tonight. Okay, so we have a little colony being set up. This is beautiful. Let's get our first solar panel going in the morning. And where do we want to put our first battery, actually? Right, now that they take components, which is new, that actually makes batteries more of a pain in the ass to make. Everything's a little bit more of a pain in the ass to make now. Although it was probably a necessary thing to do. Okay, we can also get... because I want to take care of happiness quickly before it becomes a problem. Let's build a wood desk and a couple of stools so they have somewhere to relax and to eat. Move that bick. How did no one think of that sooner?
That's brilliant. Oh god.
We can also get a horseshoe pin set up so people can play horseshoes. Okay, yeah, someone's got to get setting up on those crops already. Okay, we have our really shittily made stools and desk. So that's a thing. Oh, we really need things hauled more. That's always a problem. That's why you don't want people who can't do dumb labor.
Primary Broom asks, what the hell is that pet?
That is a warg. We got very lucky on spawning our starting pet, and we got a warg, which is a giant wolf. They're really badass. They can be trained to fight, and they're really damn good at it. They're so big, they can even be trained to rescue people who have been knocked down and to haul items. It's hard to train them to do that, but they're really big, they're really smart, and they're really strong, so we got lucky getting a warg. And we should give them an animal sleeping spot. I'd love to give him a cloth animal bed, because that would be like a proper place for him to sleep, but for now, just designate a spot, in a safe spot for him to sleep. And he pretty much feeds himself. Like, if we're out in the wild like this, he'll just walk around and, like, eat rabbits and stuff when he's hungry. Alright, so we need... We're gonna need a freezer so we can start preserving food early on. Because we're in a boreal forest, it's gonna get real fucking cold in the winter, and we're not gonna be able to grow crops. And I don't want to be entirely reliant on an animal walking by, so I'd like somewhere where we can store food. So we could make this the eatery in the future. In the event of that, well, we need a storage, or like a storeroom. So let's get, we'll make one right here.
Brandon says hi, by the way.
Fuck you, Bicton. He was too busy to join in today, unfortunately. He's packing up for his move as well, since he's just finishing up college.
It's perfect timing. Everyone is moving.
Yeah. I'm moving. Brandon's moving. Fatima's moving because we're moving in together. Do you know yet when Mandy's moving?
Mandy doesn't know when she's moving yet. I'm planning a move right now.
Ah.
Which is like the first step to Mandy moving.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna need a decent place.
Absolutely.
Alright, plans are actually going pretty well so far for our place here. I want to set up another couple growing zones, because I'd like more food, because again, we want to really store it for winter. So let's get some corn going. Corn takes a little bit longer to grow, I believe, but you can pretty happily eat it raw. And you know what? Not a growing zone that way. Let's do one in the other direction, because I don't want to get too close to a steam geyser, because we'll want a generator on that later. And this direction, we'll do more heal root, because it's never a bad idea to have a lot of medicine. Medicine is a hot commodity. So, we can afford to do this outdoors, so let's do it. A simple research bench does not use electricity, so it's safe to have outdoors. We also now have power being generated by our solar panel, and we're storing it in a battery, so we're not using electricity yet, but it's nice to have some stored ahead of time. Because no doubt we're going to need heaters in the winter, and we're going to need an air conditioner to keep the storage room, or the food storage, cold until winter hits. Then we'll just not put a heater in there and it'll stay cold on its own without wasting power. Ooh, right, I forgot. I want to set people to flick. There we go. Flick is turning power on and off when you tell something to be turned on and off. I like to have that as high priority because you do it so rarely. But when you do it, you usually really need it done fast. So it's nice having someone nearby just immediately run and do it.
That is nice.
So we do have ground trade routes now, which is a very cool feature they've added. I want stone cutting really early, because stone cutting is very cheap to research, and it lets us put up some really sturdy walls. And plus, in the winter, you know what holds the heat in a lot better than wood? Stone. Stone brick holds in heat a lot better than wood. So, might not be such a bad idea to also make some of our houses out of stone. For this early stuff, though, wood, because wood builds quickly and there's a ton of it. We're in a forest. So who's our best warden? Are these two tied? Yeah, so they both have good social skills. Go talk to Tim. So there's some guy of a neighboring colony coming by to trade, so we're going to chat with him. We don't really have anything to sell to him, and he doesn't really have anything to sell to us. We can buy a little bit of medicine. Might as well. There, we got 2 extra packs of medicine.
Taco Man asks Mah-Dry, did they finally put in a way for colonists to breed?
Not yet, but apparently that's one of the next big plans now that colonists can indeed fuck. So the next step is, of course, breeding.
Also, Unhandy would like to know if she is naked or just seeing things.
You have pants on but no shirt. We got unlucky, and again, you are a 16-year-old former sex slave. That is unfortunate. I didn't make that decision. What are your needs right now? You're uncomfortable, because you've been on your feet all day. Shared bedroom, you don't like how I'm naked, this is humiliating. Don't blame you. And right, you're also unhappy because you have no impressive bedroom, and you have the greedy trait, so you want to have an impressive bedroom. And you don't have a bedroom, we just have a shared barracks right now. So whenever we get a bedroom, the first one goes to Unhandy. Unhandy's had a shit past life. I want to make sure that Unhandy, starts to get on top of things real quick, because on one hand, yeah, she's no longer a sex slave. On the other hand, she's crash-landed on a RimWorld planet, which means that this is on the outskirts of the known universe. People don't come here very often. She's kind of stranded.
Overlord and Evil would like to know if there is an actual slave system.
Yes, actually, slave ships can come by if you have a comms console, and you can buy and sell slaves. You can sell prisoners you have as slaves, and you can purchase slaves to join your colony.
Oh, that explains why the chat were insisting earlier that you do not let Unhandy get caught by pirates.
Yeah, because actually that's another thing too, is one of the new things added is your people who get captured by pirates could actually show up on the slave market. It's really cool, like they have persistent naming and stuff now. Like, I've had it happen before where a pirate attacked, and it happened to be the little brother of one of the colonists, so there was like a big social situation there where it's like, do we kill the guy? Like, they're attacking, but do we hold it? Do we try and aim for other people and see if they flee? Like, what are we gonna do? Because if we kill the guy, like, and like he was on good terms with his brother, so it's like, do we kill the guy? Like, he'll be pissed. So it's really interesting.